Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Alex, I am the host of a DID system, and I'm here to talk about non-human alters today. Our system has a lot of non-human alters, and by a lot, I mean like hundreds. Um, Most of them are vampires, and I can explain that. I can explain why. Um, Basically, non-human alters exist because when DID forms, forms in a child's mind, and a child, in order to cope with the trauma that is what causes DID, um, they will create alters or split alters that represent the things that they think will protect them. So, as a child, we oftentimes imagined ourselves being something that wasn't human, something that could survive the abuse that we were enduring. And a vampire just happened to be one of those creatures that we heavily fixated on during abusive situations and experiences. And so, therefore, a lot of the alters that hold trauma in those trauma about the abusive situations ended up being vampires or other um, not human alters. Another example of this would be we have a ghost alter, and they exist as a ghost because they hold trauma relating to stalking. And so the brain imagined, or the brain focused on splitting an alter that is a ghost to hold that trauma, because if we were a ghost, we'd be invisible and we would have never been stalked to begin with. And so that's why we have a ghost alter. Another reason that a non-human alter can exist is if a child is forced to ingest uh, bodily fluids that aren't necessarily good, you know. No ingestion of bodily fluids is ever good, but that is one of the reasons why I exist. It is, I'm a vampire in a world, and I exist because of many things, but one of the trauma I hold is ingesting uh, blood. And it is a horrible memory, but one that I'm able to talk about more so now. And it is a part of the reason why I exist, because the brain felt, who can carry this trauma if not for a vampire? Because vampires eat blood, so it makes sense for an alter in that situation, or for a child in that situation, to split off an alter that would be able to consume that blood. You know, it's horrible, but that's the way it is. A lot of the times, non-human alters can feel like they are very much in a vessel that is not theirs, and a lot of alters feel like that because they're in a body that doesn't look like them. But when it comes to non-humans, that feeling can be really exacerbated because they're in a body that isn't even the same species as them. And so you'll enter the body, you'll be like, I feel like I should be consuming blood, but no, I need to eat human food. Um, and that can kind of make certain vampire alters feel sick because they feel like they can't eat human food. And then there's alters that'll freak out when they see themselves in the mirror, because usually they're invisible. Usually they aren't even visible in the inner world. So why are they suddenly visible when they front? That could freak them out. There's alters that are animals, and they have to figure out how to walk on two legs rather than four legs. And that can be really stressful for them, and they can have bad balance. And there are alters that don't even speak the same language or speak in general, they just make noises. Um, like we have an alter who is a persecutor, and he just repeats um, words that are being said. It's kind of difficult to explain, but he just repeats words that are being said. Usually, it is like in a mocking tone, uh, and it's just like mimicry of other alters' voices. Um, and so when he fronts, it's the same thing. Like he just mimics those words and repeats words. He can't speak on his own. He can only mimic words that he's heard and say them over and over again. So it's really kind of it's hard to be a non-human alter in a human body. Um, the world isn't set up to be going, oh, you're a vampire in a human body. I understand. I'm going to treat you like a vampire. No, most people are going to be like, you're kind of losing your mind, aren't you? It's like, no, I just have a very severe trauma disorder. But a lot of people don't understand that, and I decided I would talk about it kind of quickly. Um, if you have any questions about it below, you can ask them in the comments, and I'll answer. Um, but yeah, this is just a short video to talk about it. Um, Thank you for watching. If you like the video, consider subscribing or liking the video. Um, but yeah, we make videos about DID and Hellenic polytheism, and we hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.